Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this card. We are using the Lighting Your Way bundle, so stamps and dies, both named the same thing. I like that. Excuse me. So this is the outside, and then I didn't put anything on the inside. It's a thanks card, so you can write what you want on the inside. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So the first thing that you are going to need is a piece of old olive, and this is 4.5 by 11, 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score that at 5.5. I've got a piece of mint macaron that is 3 3/4 by 4.5. A piece of basic gray and copper foil, and these each measure 2.5 by 4. Designer Series paper, which comes from Design a Daydream DSP. I got the ones with the bikes on it. It's kind of going to find their daydream, I guess. And this measures 3 1/4 by 5.5. A piece of basic white for the inside that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and then we're going to need a scrap for die cutting, and then we're also going to need a piece of crumb cake that is 3/4 by 3 1/4, and I'll get to that in a moment. Looks like that got taken out of the packet, maybe. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. We got a little bit of time here. All right. So I'm going to score the piece of old olive at 5.5. Sorry. And then we will fold this in half. Score that with, or burnish that with our bone folder. Okay. All right. Get this out here so that I can see what we're doing. All right, so this is going to go on the inside. We've got some pieces for die cutting here, so let's go ahead and get that done. We're going to take our Blackberry Bliss, and using the large and the medium fireflies, back on the inside. Just going to go ahead and put that on block. And then we're also going to need our little dots here for the glows. That's what these are. So we're going to need a couple of those. And that one. All right. So let's take our Blackberry Bliss here, and we're going to stamp 2 of the fireflies, or lightning bugs. We call them lightning bugs, or at least I do. So we're going to stamp 2 of those. Then I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight And I'm going to stamp right over his little bottom there. And it's going to go off the paper, and that's okay, because we're going to be die cutting these. All right, so both of those. All right, let's bring out our die cutting machine here. All right, so we will take our dies that match our fireflies. So I need, and I'm using the outline. There's outline, and then there's the actual fireflies that you could color if you wanted to. I am using the outline. So let me get a little piece of Post-it tape here so that I can tape these down. Let's make sure we get them the correct way. I'm going to take that off there for the moment. And like I said, we're going to be cutting part of the yellow off, which is fine. That one for that one. And then that one. All right. And then we can run this through our machine here. And then with each of the copper and the basic gray, I'm going to cut out a lantern. Right. So there is the copper one. Sometimes I can just get it off with that. All right. And then another one with the basic gray. And then I think we will be all done with our die cutting. All right. Okay, so what I did with the copper one is I cut off these, I don't know whatever these pieces are right here. I cut those off, and I just kind of followed the line that Stampin' Up! Has so kindly made for us. And I did that on both sides. It'd be easier to cut this way. All right, so then that is done. Then I took the basic gray one. And let's put that over there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right on top of that. So we'll just get some glue here. right, my silicone mat. And then that goes right on top of this. Gives it just a little bit more added dimension, I think. All right, okay, so that is done. Let's get all of these pieces out of here. All right, now we can take, that goes on the inside. We can take this piece right here and some mint macaron, and we're going to use, let's see, this one right here, this one right here. And we're just going to do some tone-on-tone stamping here all along the bottom. So you can do it as many times as you need to get it full at the bottom. And you kind of want to go on and off the paper. Maybe do a couple stamping off. All right, I think that looks good. I'm going to bring out the Daffodil Delight again. And I need one more. I need the largest of the little dots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little lantern and I'm just going to kind of set it right here for the moment. I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight, kind of get this straight here, and then that's going to go right in the middle, just like that. Okay, then I took my small blending brush and just got a little bit of ink, wiped some off, and we're just going to do like a little bit of a glow here. Just like that. All right. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I can see it. Just gives a little bit of something on there. All right, we're going to use that again, and then we will put some glue on here. Put some up here. All right, and then that's going to go right over here. Just like that. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little one and our little lightning bugs. I'm just going to kind of set those on here and do the same thing, but with the little one. So about here and about here. And then we'll take the same thing, just do a little bit. I guess it would help if I put some ink on it, wouldn't it? All right, so that goes there. All right. Then we will take a dimensional and we'll put that on the back of this one. And that's going to go right like that. And then the little one, I will use a small dimensional for that one. And then that's going to go on here. All right, so I think we can pretty much put our card together now. And then we'll do our sentiment. So we're going to put some glue on the back of this. So it's right up to the top and to the bottom and right down to the bottom. So we'll kind of leave a even space on either side as best we can. Then I'm going to take some dimensionals on this one. Okay, where did they go? And then that's going to go right over the top. Of this. All right, there we go. All right, for the sentiment, let me get a piece of crumb cake. We need 3/4. Is that 3/4? It looks awful big. Yeah, I don't think that's 3/4. 3/8 is what it is. 3/8. So it looked awful big. 5/8. I'm sorry, not 3/8. 5/8. Okay, that's better. 5/8 by what? 3 1/4. So 3 1/4. All right, then we're going to take our embossing buddy and put a little bit of powder on this. And our sentiment, which is thanks for lighting the way. I'll put that on here. Versamark. And try to stamp that in the middle. Okay. Then we'll take our white embossing powder. And I'm going to dip it in here on each side. looks pretty good. We'll heat up our embossing gun for just a second here. And it takes a couple seconds to get hot. And then as soon as it is shiny, you just move it. Alright. A little bit of shot on the back so it doesn't warp so bad. And that is it. Alright. Let that cool for just a second. Alright. Wonderful. Alright, so then I took the lovely labels and I used this side right here. And so I want to make sure that this is, because it's over a 1/2 inch, but under 3/4. So I just want to make sure that it's centered properly. And I don't have too much room to cut too much off. So I don't want to cut too much off. All right. It is off, but when you're not on camera, it works a lot better. So I'll most likely do another one. Yeah, because they're way off, but that's okay. All right, so there is that. Then I took 2 mini dimensionals, or I think maybe they, actually, I'll just use this right here and put that on there. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not going to stick it on there real good, because I think I'm going to take this off and redo this side. So, all right, so then that goes here, right down at the bottom. Then I used some of our iridescent rhinestones, basic jewels. And I actually used one of each size. All right, just for some more sparkles in the air. All right, there's that. And then for the envelope, so we'll just put some glue like that. Put our paper right below the crease there of the envelope flap. And we can cut this off. All right. Then on the front, I just took this little wisp of light, and I think there's some small dragonflies in there, or not dragonflies. And I just put that over there, and then I did the same thing on the inside. I don't know if it really matters which way they go. All right. And I have it. How can I do that every time? How do I lose it when I just got done using it? I don't understand it. Because it fell, that's why. I just had it. All right, so this goes up at the top. But I know that happens. I set things down. It doesn't matter what we're doing. I set things down and 2 seconds later, I just had it and can't find it. All right, so there is that. There's that one. And then here is the one that I made earlier. I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, looks good. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.